Righty. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your live coverage of Road to Burn City Brawl 2024. My name is Tristan. I will be one of your commentators today, joined with my fellow commentator, the most friendly man in Infinity, Hugh. Hugh, how are you?
Hugh Williamson, I'm doing pretty well. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm excited to see the games today and muddle through our streaming setup.
This is very, very, very new, so please bear with us in terms of quality and things like that. We'll have the Twitch stream open, so if anything's wrong, hit us with a message. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Now, we're going to get right into the action with our first LT roll.
Alright, let's do it. Good luck. Good luck.
12v7.
Which?
Guys! Using the same coloured dice. Guys! Did you use different coloured dice? Did ya? They look red.
Higher contrast, absolutely.
So there was a 12 and a 7.
It was 12 and a 7.
We'll go again, doesn't matter.
Sure. Are you sure?
9!
Hey,
win again.
same result. You win. Perfect.
Who's what colour?
Val's green.
Yep, alright. Excellent. Alright, so it seems like Halsey won the dice roll?
Yes, Halsey won dice roll. Third.
Excellent. So what we're going to do, going to go to this. We're going to figure it out.
Fantastic.
Going to change this to tack. And it's versing Bakunin. Alrighty. So, we have our tack player. Do you want to come round?
Oh, you want me?
Yeah, come round, come
I
round.
thought I was going to be a camera.
No. The microphone's here, my friend. Grab another. No, Hugh. Yeah, come in.
Please?
Yep. Hello, everyone. We're joined here with our local legend, Val. Val,
Hi.
you've been playing tack for a very long time.
Yes. Oh, there's a lag between the two.
That's the real stream. That's the preview.
Oh, that's.
I'm looking. This is if anything messes up,
Where do I look?
the camera,
Alright.
or you
should
look.
probably
You can
start-
look at me.
Alright.
You know,
If you
I'm
can bear
interviewing
it.
you.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So, do you have any budding advice for any tack players out there?
Don't read the forums. Actually, that's for all players in general.
Don't read the
Don't
forums.
read the forums.
No special profile you can advocate for.
Oh, well, Havel McManus is the profile you need to learn as a tack player if you want to have any success.
All right.
And what,
We have an audience. We have a peanut
what are
gallery.
you setting out to do your list today?
Well, yeah. There's
Play some games, have a good time?
play some games, play Infinity with extra steps. That's basically what this first round's all about.
All right.
So we're going to be televised, and I'm going to. No, look, the main point of the list is basically I've got an MSV1 link team. If I need to deal with mimetism, I've got 2 CC specialists in the Beast Hunter, Beast Warrior, or Beast Hunter, and Pavel. And I've also got some antipodes if I need to lock something down. So yeah, pretty much that's
cool.
pretty much the gist of it.
Excellent.
Forward deployment Beast Hunter with the intent to blend in with your presumably 100 Strela.
Yeah, so I've got 10 camo markers. So 2 from the mines from the couriers, and then I've got 3 decoys for the Strelok, Vasily, and Spencer hats, and then I've got Pavel and the Beast Hunter as well. So yeah, so there's a bit of shell games there as well.
There's another set of camo mark. Antipode.
Yeah, the antipodes are there. If they bring a tag, the antipodes are there to get into CC and give Pavel +1 burst. That's basically the point of the antipodes, or to deal with camo markers if they want to play the camo game. So make sure I win the shell games. That's the point of the list. And Omadinos, because Omadinos, you always need Omadinos in back.
Going into Bakunin, is there anything particularly scared of?
Yeah, Bakunin's actually a really hard matchup with Taka. I've probably got a pretty bad run against Bakunin. The fact that they can run either MIM 6 heavy rocket launcher or an MSV1 missile launcher is really annoying. But that's what Pavel's there for, or guided, because you can forward observe and target them with the Strelok, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Bakunin's definitely a hard matchup. They've also got a lot of warbands they can kind of get in your face and trade up, which is and a lot of smoke, which is hopefully going to be offset by my MSV1 sniper.
Yeah, okay.
That front of it's got a lot of lifting to do there.
That front fix out a lot of lifting. Yeah.
So is the front of it going to go ARO? Well, tell us. Have you? I'm guessing you're going first.
No, I've chosen to take deployment.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my classifieds is easier to do if I do deployment. So, and classifieds in this scenario are pretty important, actually. So, yeah, I've chosen to do that. I also just want to see Tax is probably a faction that is good at going second just because of the shell games they can play. Having said that, there's not much redundancy. Redundancy can be hard in Tax, so it's like a bit of a balance.
And which classified is that?
So
we can shout out when you do it?
Yeah, so I've got one classified which I forward reserve, and the other classifieds I have to get in touch with something which is heavy infantry or something. I think I sent you the photo of it.
Fantastic.
I think I sent you a photo of my two classifieds. It was, yeah,
Ah, yes.
that's Lewis. Oh no, not that chat. It's I just made a chat for you. And there it is. Yep. So
Fantastic. So you've got suspected infiltration, but you need a specialist, a doctor, veteran, hacker, veteran, or elite to go and touch base with non-rem, non-tag enemy.
Yep.
Make willpower check and designation where you need to forward observe,
I hate
presumably not spotlight.
Yeah.
You attack.
Yeah.
Forward observe the enemy HVT.
That's right. That's right. So that's my two classifieds, and we'll see how we go. Yeah.
You feel very confident?
Bakunin's the half, but it should be okay.
All right.
Should be okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Good luck, Val.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Good luck to your streaming, your new careers, newfound fame, and we will see you soon. Absolutely.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening to Val. Hopefully his TAC experience gives us an excellent game today.
He's certainly going to play his heart out.
He always does. Val is a lovely player to play against. Challenging. He is well thought out in his game plans. You don't reckon?
I would say Val's approach to the game is trying to understand why CB's made a profile seems counterintuitive. So if we look down, I've seen a lot of crap talked about the courier bots, and
Yes.
it's one of the things that Val's doing with this list is trying to really unpick what the fuck they're for.
Yes, absolutely.
And he's got some interesting theses, but I think because Val is interested in a total understanding of the game rather than rather than success is a byproduct of understanding the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a lot of playing uphill or playing in hard mode that he flicks upon himself to get there, which inscrutable to a lot of members of our community.
But unfortunately, he has this unnatural talent to make it work.
Oh, look, if he played a serious faction seriously, we'd all be fucked.
He would be number one in Victoria. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Val's mission, Val's list on screen. You can have a look at how weird and wacky it is. Honestly, this is actually fairly tame for Val. He has a core with a front of big,
five members,
notably 5 members.
Hang on, is it? Oh no!
No! Oh no!
No, it's the 4-person core, which is interesting because
Yeah, it is. It is.
Sixth Sense is important, and really at that point you'd be paying 9 or 11 points for +1 ballistic skill. Oh no, just yeah. So you'd be paying in Val's conception. Sixth Sense is what you want the core team, and that's part of the joy of smoke shooting with the core. I think we've got Halsey ready to be interviewed.
Could I grab the code?
Yes. So we've got a list which, to my undying delight, called Fiddler's Polycule.
Where can I grab it?
I'll just send it. No, I'm just.
No, Hugh's just trying to send it to myself.
Yes, I've just sent it through. Fantastic.
Yeah. Excellent. Grab that. We'll grab that. We will that to that to that. And boom. All right. Go back here. We go back here. Excellent. All right.
I'm gonna try and do this without knocking the table.
That's all right. All right. Welcome.
Hello.
I think this is your first Infinity tournament in a fairly long time.
Yeah, last BCB. So
So nearly
and
a
even
year
then,
ago.
yeah, it was about a year ago, and I'd say like, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's been a hot minute. It's
Have you been
last
getting many games in recently?
one with here.
Okay. Okay.
So it's been quite some time. But no, even then last BCB, I dropped out halfway through. I was just totally out of it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to bring a much stronger game, hopefully
Okay,
to
okay. So
the next one.
I'm guessing Bakunin's a new faction for yourself.
It's one I've been like slowly putting together a bunch more recently. Very dear friend Millie finally like got me set up with a whole bunch of extra Bakunin stuff. And yeah, no, it's just been really nice to be able to get a bit more into it. So I'm exploring a little bit more of the observance side of things, whereas before it was all just non-observant stuff. So Riot Girls, really focusing on Riot Girls, moderators, Zoe, P-Well, all that kind of stuff. But it's been really good to be able to get to something a bit more just, I don't know, get a little bit more in there. I've only got a couple of, observance models in there. Hoping for the big day, I can get some more in there because I kind of want to try and have a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Riot Girls, thing you've not been able.
No,
Tell us about Fiddler's Polycule. What
Fiddler's-
it's doing.
Fiddler's Polycule. So, no, it's it's a variation of the list I ran last BCB. Basically, I came up with this. Came up with the name Fiddler's Polycule because, oh yeah, you run Avicenna, you run Fiddler, and some amount of Riot Girls. They just work so well together. It's kind of a bit ridiculous that, if any of them go down, Avicenna can get them back up, and Fiddler can really handle objectives, throw down mines, do whatever, drop bears and stuff. Like, it just takes care of objectives. It gets things done. I've heard a lot of arguments towards them being a really good sort of backline unit. I disagree. I want them up. I want them doing violence, and having a great time doing it.
Fantastic. The servants race well.
That's right.
The Cenobites.
Yeah, so they're just doing some midfield hacking. They've both got pitches, so just really sort of getting that hacking field set up, just as a fun little treat.
Yeah, okay. And then whether it's a chimera or it's a bird goes on, you're going to punish them for
Yeah.
the Riot Girls.
No, exactly. It was a really fun one. The last game I had with here being my chimeras, my Uberpool commanders, effectively acting as an ARO piece just by existing. They sat in my backline the whole game, but the fear of them, they inspire a fear unto themselves, and that's all worth the 20 points for them. Oh, God.
I in that same vein, I recently advocated for, in a mission like DCAP, taking 2 of them and using 1 to protect your LT.
Yes,
and just,
absolutely.
Yeah, just surround them. No drop troops getting close to them.
Yeah.
You can reveal camo mark. You can sacrifice pupniks to reveal camo markers, that kind of thing.
After that game, I've become a very strong proponent of using chimeras and pupniks as they are a morale tool first and foremost before anything else.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, no, it's been. I'm very excited. I'm still working on things, getting things together for the big day, for the big tournament. But I'm hoping this. I would love to have it all done, knocked out of the park. First try.
Yeah.
What's hack matchup? Forward to a lot of camouflage markers. forward to warbands, maybe trying to push your chimeras.
It's one of those, yeah. I think it's one of those things. Like, this is extremely bold. I think I'm just gonna try and tank it. Like, I'm like, I've got Riot Girls. They are buff. They are strong. They are very capable,
They've
and
got full glasses. So
they've got the
visors.
They've got the funny visors that, you know, make camo markers not be camo markers. And, you know, I'm not particularly too scared about that. What more so scares me is I'm largely a green player. That's gonna foul me up more than anything else.
Well, I suppose you can attest to this. The advice against tack is to for the camo markers, and with the visors on those Riot Girls, you'll be able to mechanically as well as rhetorically.
Yes. No. Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very, very excited. I'm. You didn't get rolling dice again. It's been far too long.
Excellent. Seems like looking at your list, your game plan for our mission today, more smash, less press.
Yes. So I do have Fiddler in there to press buttons while the other girlies go out smashing, but otherwise, it's mostly smashing. And so the idea is, come turn 3, when, you know, when they lock down. Yeah, when it all locks down. I was just like, oh, okay, the supply boxes need to be smashed. That is very doable.
Yeah.
And I'm very comfortable doing that in the midfield, or even in even in his side of the table. Like, I can definitely do that with the Riot Girls. Unless I just catastrophically mess something up. So expect that to happen.
No,
Fantastic.
anything in particular that scares you?
Or
Is it just a useless, underpowered faction?
I'm not gonna. No.
Piloted
I'm
by
not,
a useless underpowered player.
No, I mean, no, I don't know. I'm like, it's just the main thing is I'm just not overly familiar with tech. I've played against them maybe twice, ever.
So I suppose better the devil you don't know.
It's maybe, perhaps. So it's just like, I don't know. Something could absolutely come out of left fields, and that could totally happen. But I honestly, I'm not too overly concerned about anything mechanically going on, more so just messing anything up, leaving something exposed in a way that's very easy to exploit. This is absolutely an issue I have.
Well, look, Riot Girl's well positioned to be left out in the breeze.
Exactly.
That's it.
But yeah.
Owls, perhaps.
He's struggling. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is one list. Tell me about the other. Or are we one listing the event?
Today we're one listing it. Plan is to bring some. Plan is for the what is it? For the other list, making it a little more smashy. That's even
okay.
that's a bit
Even
silly.
more smashy.
Even more smashy.
Okay,
bring in a
fantastic.
Stigmata. Bring in something silly.
Yeah.
Have fun with it more so than anything. Stigmatas have a very fun little duo with bring like an engineer with them in a duo.
Okay,
which
and
I'm very
Stigmata's the hacker tech.
yes.
Okay, so and the engineers there doing, I suppose, double heal wounds and clear states.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's really
So I kind of want to have a little play around with that. But yeah, it's just seeing how things go on that front. I think it'll be fun more than. But
Well,
Fun is its own utility. I
exactly.
right, Val can keep you waiting.
Perfect.
Or as not even.
He's just having fun.
Is deploying on the table behind him.
Oh, I think that
That
puts me
might
at
be
a
something to do with
disadvantage.
the camera mark.
Oh shit. It's over for me. I'm not ready. I'm not excited. I think that's the thing, is I'm usually utterly terrified by camo markers. The more scared I've been, I've noticed, the more scared I've been of camo markers, the worse I play. Absolutely. It's almost always nowhere near as bad as I think it is. Like, and honestly, there's a lot of times I've gotten by walking into a shock mine or walking into a whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well, Chimera's dodge real good.
Chimera's dodge real good. Riot Girl's tank real good. It's all
Yeah, it
very
seems like your
doable.
entire army dodges real.
It's yeah.
So
No, exactly. It's the thing with Bakunin. They do everything. They aren't the best at everything, but they do everything very, very well.
the only thing I'll give you a little hint about how Val plays tack.
Mhm.
His Drelloc be an ARO piece.
Yeah. That's no, absolutely.
As far as the two lone moderators, are you worried about them being able to be helpful?
Not particularly. On deployment, I've chucked a flashbot with both of them. So have fun with that.
Hacking
Like,
coverage and that medium range.
yeah,
very
I
good
don't know. They both have a flashbot on them, so it's like I've not like stacked them both on one to make it really obvious. I mean, I can try and play mind games and stack them both on the wrong one, but I think that just leaves the lieutenant exposed. Like it's less of a mind game than I think it is.
Well, I think that's often the trouble with mind games. Affinity and Val as a attack player knows this doubly well, is that you need to both be playing effective mind game, like you need to get into your opponent's head, and that depends on your opponent having a set of expectations of what said. Who knows what's under those camo markers? Could
No,
be
exactly.
anything.
It could be
And
anything.
therefore, I suppose your options are philosophically to treat it as though everything is under them or nothing is.
No, exactly. And it's one of those things. It's worked in my favor generally to be like, there's nothing under them,
Yes.
and that's
Well, and with attack on average, if even the scary guns, they might have a decoy and a mine,
yeah,
but that's still only one of those three camo markers.
exactly.
It requires game action.
Yeah,
as you move up the
absolutely.
table.
No, definitely. And even then, yeah, if it's a mine, I dodge. If it's a dude, I dodge.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is. We simply play on. Like,
Yes, and half your models having 2 effective wounds means you're not really caring about getting one shot.
no, exactly. And with Avicenna like going up with them, I'm not particularly fast.
Yeah, so my prediction is Val's probably not kill his camo mark. That's probably me.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Anything could happen.
Val surprised us before.
Always does.
Oh my gosh. No, absolutely. So I mean, it's something I'm very much excited for. I think I've played against Tac twice. So I'm honestly just excited to vary things up. Like
Yeah.
it's just one of those matchups I don't get to play like really ever. So I'm excited more so than anything just to be getting into it again.
Excellent. Well, Val's still faffing around.
I might go kick him in the bum.
I'm not stressing either way. But I mean, yeah, no, I'm very excited for just doing some evil Riot Girl stuff.
It does feel good to get 3 games in haven't played in.
Oh god, no, absolutely. That being said, I've
dropped.
perfect.
All right, excellent. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
Good
very
luck in
much.
the game.
Absolutely. So chucking this up on my Twitter now, so
Excellent. All right.
should hopefully get
Thank you so much. All righty. that is our interviews for our first round players. We're going to hop over here. Let's see. Righty.
Oh, good. We've got some models deployed.
We're looking at things. All right, so in the corners, we can see what Halsey was talking about. That's probably a moderator next to a flash pulse, potentially,
I believe so.
with the Harris.
Yep, that's the Custodias and the Cenobite.
And I'm guessing somewhere there is going to be some things. I believe this one's frozen.
I think it might have, because I think Val's definitely more deployed than that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So, bear with us, friends, because this is... Oh, we've made a dice roll. Go.
And yeah, there we go. There's all
We've got a lot of camo here out of nowhere. So what we're going to try and...
We're seeing those antipodes have up, which I suspect that True Dice won't have been a smoke grenade launcher up. Huh?
No, it might have been...
Yeah, potentially.
So my big guns, in terms of what you can see, you can't really see big guns. Make of that what you want. And then...
It's always been easy to track things like that.
Alrighty, so you guys should be able to hear our players.
When it was announced, I was like, no, I don't need that. They released the big play rules like way above when it actually came out. And I read through like, yeah, they took that.
And the players behind the players, apparently.
And made a really, really good game.
Alright.
So basically, so my aim was, and I just said this, my aim is basically the guys.
Everything freezes, guys. Everything freezes.
Love to see it.
Why?
These are, I suppose, the wages of sin.
We are doing our best, friends. Alright, that one's not very
We've got Val's got 3 dice. Hi.
Alright, guys. Now we've just... God. This.
There we go.
Wrong one. Wrong one. 1. Boom. Terrible. This.
Okay,
There
this
we go.
is a test run.
We missed the dice roll.
Yep, but there was burst 3 something.
This is frozen as well. I think OBS is just losing its mind. Moment. All right.
So Val took deployment, which I gather means Halsey's been going first.
It's putting interest, right?
Yeah. Well, I would if I was Halsey. I would add this.
And then I think we see the Chimeras moving up, like back to that previous camera. The Chimeras are moving up
Yeah,
along the right, the leafy flank.
Leafy flank. Yep. That's a good way of describing it.
Well, so I conceive of this table as the radio tower being the north end of the table. That might be a useful bit of geography for speaking about the table.
Yep.
So along that south grassy laneway, looks like the Chimera's coming up.
You know it happened.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, might have been clipped out of yeah, there's someone on that building at the just been clipped off by the screen.
Alright, let's see if we can unclip it.
I presume it's the Riot Girl missile launcher. That's probably the thing that wants to be looking down that laneway.
Do this. I believe that's
Yes,
our Riot Girl missile launcher there in the
I
top left.
believe so.
It would be the logical thing to hold back.
Yep. And then possibly what I was looking at as thinking it was the crew of chimeras might actually, crew of pupniks might actually be the rest of the polycule.
Absolutely. So we've got a,
Okay.
Well, so there's not anything else in Elsie's list that I would probably want to be moving around on raid.
Just trying to think of anything else. I think this is also Chimera.
Yeah.
I'll take from the 10.
Yep.
Oh, and a more.
And a what? A more one. I'll take it.
So we can. So
Easy.
yeah, I think that might be the chimeras. All right, we see the players shake hands. I see the players shake hands.
Fantastic. Awesome. So,
I think this.
Oh, that was a good luck and have fun upon the placement of reserve models,
impetuous orders.
Yes.
Let's start with this. That's a good place to start.
which
All right.
explains why there's no orders been spent. And Val might have been trying to over-infiltrate things. in
Potentially,
Brawl
or
and
it could have been booty rolls for
booty rolls for the
Umandinos. Yep.
because there are, in fact, love to have seen what got rolled.
So would I, guys. But it's all right. We're working with it. If anything, you're just going to hear our lovely voices for the next 8 hours.
Yeah. Talking about our cool and beautiful friends Val and Halsey.
Absolutely. All right. It seems like
That one.
this is
It's good sports
Frozen
from Val,
Frozen again.
which is devastating because you missed him flipping off the camera.
Yep. All right. So it seems like our chimeras are probably doing their impetuous order.
Yep. I might go and scout.
Go double check.
Errors.
Nothing from me.
Are they prone or they're standing?
These guys are prone. They have a prone marker with them. The cameras are standing.
Cool. Awesome.
Sweet.
No. Yeah. No. Absolutely.
I've got House's main pool. The small pool has the chimeras.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Sweet. They move up a little more.
So I'm going to see them when they come around there, but you're good.
Good for now? Sweet. Awesome. Next, impetuous. You got MSCB.
All right.
We can confirm that that was the reserve drop was the Riot Girl missile launcher, and the rest of the polycule is hiding behind that greenhouse.
All right. So I do have a little ear into players. Lightly.
Val has spent his strategic use of command token to dock two orders from Halsey's larger group.
Excellent. Makes sense. We can tell here from Val's deployment, he's deployed quite conservatively. He's using the antipodes to block off the bridges to stop Halsey running the entire link down it. We've got a lot of camo in the DZ relative to how far TAC can throw their camo out.
I think that might be
Two shots.
Val's leaning
Dodge and through smoke.
Spetsnaz and things.
leaning into the Vasily, which I think is 3 camo markers. With
Vasily's 2, and if he has a Spetsnaz as well, that's another 2.
there is, yes, there is.
Yes.
Non-parachuting Spetsnaz.
Yes, so she should have 4 camo markers in his DZ, which we can see 3 at the moment. There's probably a 4th.
And there's 2 mines from the remotes as well.
Yep.
Double checking.
Yep. Righty. Yeah, we can see Halsey's only got 8 regular orders, their first group.
Yeah, so she's got 10,
Oh, that's fantastic.
10 in the list, so there's 2 been docked.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. So I'm gonna.
The pitch side view of Val.
Good thing Val's cleaned his ears.
Yep, lovely dice tray is frozen again.
Fantastic. We got armor 1.
We love to see it.
3 days. Sorry.
But I'm not sure that anything's...
We love to.
That's a shame, but I wasn't expecting much from it. Like, I was just like, no, just run up. If you do something great, you do.
I might ask them both to just point at models that are involved before they roll.
Sorry guys, we're having lots of technical difficulties because software we're using is not happy with us.
We can absolutely do that. Awesome. So, what have we got next?
I don't think.
That's us for retro.
Thanks.
Ah, yeah.
Cool. I might try.
I think
Might
they've
just
got Eclipse Grenade.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's appropriate
They absolutely do.
right now.
Oh, you're doing great.
Why we get full proper setups, guys.
Down the middle, or if you wanna-
Cool.
Well, and critically, why we're doing a practice run before BCB proper.
I think. Yeah. No, I think
Or
Yes.
to test the waters about BCB proper. Not to do that agonism on stream, of course.
Alright.
basically it's just
My lord. Everything's frozen.
seeing them become marker.
Alright.
I'm just gonna keep going.
That's that. Yep. One and
So this camera marker will have a
that.
Alright. And so we've got the Chimeras have moved out past that camo marker into view of the camo marker that Val's got watching that leafy laneway.
Yep. On the little staircase here, blocking the staircase.
Yep. Although I suspect that Val's going to politely decline take the arrow.
Yes, I think so as well. Considering our remote here is right here, I think that's probably telegraphing that is a mine.
Check down.
Potentially
Does
for
love a
me-
mind game.
He does. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to have the effect he wants because Chimeras are one of the best things in the game at getting rid of mines. Just throw a Pupnik at it and it's dodging on a 16. So, very easy. It looks like Halsey's throwing in the clip smoke. Maybe a little too overcautious.
I think Reed was respecting the camo marker.
Yeah, maybe too much respect for the camo. But really? Yeah. So using the Chimera on turn 1, I'm not sure if I'm 100% with that play for this mission. Maybe we should go through the mission.
her strategy was to be stompy.
Yes.
Whether that's optimal play,
I'm just a bit scared because we have 9 objectives.
we do.
And Pupnik, the Uberball as a package is probably one of the best things in the game for this mission to smash.
At smashing consoles, but the question of if that unit breaks on the bulwark of tax defenses, then
Yeah.
it's not there to smash apart the consoles.
Yeah.
That said, I don't see Val having terribly efficient or aggressive options to go after pushing a huge amount of buttons in turn 1 either.
No.
So there's a hypothetical JSA list that aims to push all 9 buttons in round 1.
Created by yours truly, I believe.
Yes. Not tested to any great success yet, but neither player has taken that approach with their list. I think they're both playing a normal game of Infinity rather than hyper-focusing on the mission.
Yeah, which is probably the smart thing to do, considering this is a mission as a package of 5. So hyper focusing on one might put you at a disadvantage to the others. I think that Halsey has thrown that Eclipse to block the laneways so that the 5-man core can cross and potentially
Which
press
is-
buttons.
Pretty respectful of that camo marker.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Halsey had some bad times against a Pavel, or not a Pavel,
Yeah.
Vasily.
Well, I think the other question of it, because she's not a player who gets all that much practice in, that reflex of checking how many mines that robot has, and therefore knowing that camo marker on top of the building is probably a mine, that reflex and that rhythm is perhaps part of her play.
Yeah.
But interested to see where she gets to with Fiddler's Polycule.
Yeah. So I think she's aiming to press some buttons on her way. Potentially press the ones in the middle, make it difficult for Val, because TAC has no hacking threat, so really you can park the Riot Girls in the middle of the table, not feel threatened about getting isolated or immobilized, having your link team broken.
Very much so. And actually, that tall building that we see with the scaffolding that just near where Val's hand is now, that is a very appealing and commanding position on the table, especially from Halsey's deployment zone. Because there's a console on the way up and a console at the top of the building, which is a very impressive aero spot. I'll be back in a second.
Go for it.
For patience, dear viewers, that was a rules question about how those scaffoldings function. So we play those as shoot in, shoot out, not shoot through, and that you can essentially treat any part of them that you wish as a ladder, with the idea that everyone in Infinity is reasonably athletic.
Yes. Alrighty. So seems like Halsey might want to face this Frontovic sniper sooner rather than later. If we can get it off the table, I don't think Val's going to have too much aero presence.
No, I think there's a lot riding on that Frontovic's shoulders, and
Yes.
with the visors on the Riot Girls, that's really negating, like, of all the things that I could fight a Frontovic with, a Riot Girl, possibly Spitfire from above, sounds pretty appealing.
Absolutely. And it's only in a 4-man core, which means it's lacking the BS bonus. It's only going to be BS 12.
Well, that said, the Polycule isn't pure either, so it's only +1 BS, so there'll be BS 14.
Yeah. So it's fairly close, but I'm not sure about Val's game plan against other factions that can run pure cores. Bakunin is one of those factions that generally likes to run pure cores. But seeing that Halsey deployed first, Val obviously feels comfortable throwing the front pick out there.
Yeah, well, that looks like we've got Fiddler trying to push that button.
Yep.
Interestingly, not dragging the rest of the link up, apparently. Which might mean that the intent is to take the shot from the edge of the scaffolding on that center line.
Potentially.
If the shot's to be taken at all.
Yeah, there could be some, I don't want to say growing pain, but just returning to Infinity, relearning the general mechanics. Sometimes you kind of forget, you don't really think ahead too much, and you go, I'm just going to press the button, and then... Yeah, so we'll have to see what Halsey's game plan is.
Find out together.
And...
Cool, so that now we're rolling... I think we're rolling to push the button.
Alright.
And has it frozen?
No, I don't think so. Nope, it hasn't. 6.
And that's a successful button
6.
pushed.
Absolutely.
That one will lift off at the beginning of Halsey's next turn. So this is an interesting mechanism of
Yes.
mission, which
Yes.
Tristan, enlighten us.
Oh, okay, absolutely. So our first round today is what's called Supply Raid. It is a mission that kind of takes in looting and sabotage and supplies and kind of smashes them together in a similar sense. So we have 9 buttons spread out throughout the field in a similar vein to tic-tac-toe, if anyone remembers that mission. And the idea is you want to press the buttons. If you press a button, your opponent will have their whole turn to press it back. If they fail to do so, the button is removed and you are counted as having completed that objective.
Think of Solid Snake attaching the balloon to
Yes.
whoever in Phantom Pain.
Absolutely. If you don't feel like pressing the button, you can instead smash the button. If you smash the button, you gain a supply token, and whoever has the supply token at the end of the game will count that as their own box. Add a couple classifieds, add a couple points for more boxes and smashing more boxes, and you've got a full mission. So the unique thing about the mission is the delay mechanic. Your opponent will always have, or both players will always have, an opportunity to fight back for a button if your opponent presses or goes for multiple buttons. And that's kind of the unique aspect of the mission.
It's a really interesting puzzle. I've played it a couple of times and have certainly gotten less bad at it, but not quite at the point of saying I've gotten good at it.
Yes. So, for your perspective, do you think first or second turn is more advantageous, or do you think? For me personally, I feel like it depends on the faction you're playing more than anything else.
I actually think the delay mechanic being independent of that first or second turn cycle really means that it mostly doesn't matter.
Yep.
My preference is to try and go first and just push as many buttons as you can with the expectation that you put your opponent on the back foot. So rather than pushing 1 or 2 buttons, my thinking about the mission sort of resulted in this hypothetical option of a JSA list that can push all 9 buttons on the first turn.
Yes.
And then with the expectation that then the opponent won't have the opportunity to fight through your list and push at least 5 buttons to break even.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I want to get out and after those buttons really aggressively.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I feel like you can really tailor a list to this mission. There is a forward observer bonus, so you can really focus on forward observers, sensor bots, that kind of thing, and press buttons very reliably. If you can manage to press, 5 or 6 buttons in your first turn, really putting your opponent on the back foot. But in that same vein, haven't alphaed your opponent.
No.
They haven't lost anything.
And they've still got 300 points to hit you with.
That's exactly right.
But if they spend the time hitting you, then
Alrighty. So it looks like Halsey's running forward. Zone of control checks from things.
that looks like a Riot Girl. Some persuasion. That
A 15. If that's a dodge, it's good. Oh, I think Halsey's got her hands in her face.
all right.
Or I think that was a button press. And I think a Fiddler's on a 14, so
Yeah.
I don't think that was...
stands to
I
reason.
don't...
And that looks like we've got Fiddler just tucked in behind that console there.
Yep, so second press for an 11.
That'll
Val gives
be
us
good.
the quick nod. Excellent. So it seems like Halsey's pressed 2 buttons. Unfortunately, running out of orders. I really would have liked to see that front of it be challenged.
Yeah. Well, and it's unfortunately there's not a lot in that second group that can push buttons. We do have options to destroy things,
Yeah.
particularly with those pupnecks, but I think their objective at this point might be to get out of firing lines rather than up into the face of the enemy.
It looks like the whole Link team's dodging.
Maybe with the intention of taking the shot with the missile launcher from the scaffolding.
Highly sure.
It looks like there's one order left in the main group.
And
Still.
potentially an O12.
And an yes. Yes, because no attack aware at all.
Yes, Near Snow, that is a guided missile bot you see. Halsey is running some custodians with some pitches and that kinds of things. Against TAC, I'm not sure how effective it's going to be. Could try and scalpel certain pieces, but I think a lot of Val's list is well covered under camo.
Yeah.
Especially the important. It looks like we're getting discussion about how to reach a button or potentially fighting the front of it.
And what the options for fighting the front of it alone versus with that robot.
Potentially shooting a pitcher from Val's fingers there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it seems like Halsey spent all the orders in Group 1.
Yes. So we're looking. Yeah, so the order's been spent presumably on the core, because we haven't seen that Custodia Paris move.
Oh, I think Val's PR bot on the ground there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I think
that'll make taking a fight through that scaffolding pretty precarious.
Yeah,
because it's all well and good to have a moderately fair fight.
Yeah, but you don't want to take 3 dice for nothing.
No.
If you don't have to. Looks like we're getting some
Zone of control check from the top of that building.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a camo marker on top of... What's that on top of that building?
That... I don't know. It might be a camo marker?
No, because Val's got those not Pavel branded camo markers.
Yeah.
So charming.
Yeah, I've got no idea what that is.
No, because it's S1...
You can't... Halsey can't throw a drop bear or anything there, I don't think.
You could spec fire it.
Yeah.
So do you have a drop bear?
Fiddler has drop bears, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Although spec firing
drop bears wouldn't be the greatest.
That's sixes are not the numbers we crave.
No. No, especially not just to put down something that can get shot. Alright. We want some action, guys! We want some action.
Well,
it looks like we're getting some action.
We are getting some action.
I think that's a Riot Girl Spitfire.
Well, and I wonder whether it's the Spitfire or the missile launcher. I don't know. I don't know the models terribly well.
I think
that might be a missile.
If it's a missile, I'm going to be very nervous because 2 dice versus 2 dice is still 2 dice versus 2 dice.
And I wonder at that range whether we'd be in or out of the 24.
I reckon from this angle we're in. The middle button at the middle lines is probably about 4 inches.
And that
Val's models
is another. Yeah.
That's the missile launcher though. We are looking at an 11 and a 14. 14 might be a crit if it's over 24, but Val's rolled a 1 and a 5, which is atrocious.
Well, I guess we find out if he rolls 3 or 6 dice.
It's a crit either way for Halsey, because if over 24, 14's a crit, under 24 and 11's going to be a crit.
Because of that 5th member of the team.
Absolutely, this is why you have 5 members in a link team.
Val. Well, 3, and then another 4. So they both hit one, and the 14 was a crit.
I reckon it was just the 11 that was a crit, because if it's a missile launcher, it's a crit. 3 hits and a crit. Or did he roll more?
No. He'd rolled 1. He'd rolled 11 and 14. Then the 3 dice would have potentially been from the Ogian.
Yeah, so Yep, I'm just trying to work turning down the brightness of the thing. That's me. Color correction. I want. Turn down the contrast. All right, we'll see if that works a bit more. Or
Interestingly, is that couldn't possibly be that the Betsnats is still there? Sorry, that
the Frontovic.
the Frontovic's still there.
Oh no. There's definitely Val rolling armor saves.
Yeah, he's not getting 4 dice off much else. I'm just gonna confirm whether that was the,
Yeah.
they were in 24. Frontovic did fail 2 armor saves because splash mode of the missile launcher ignores cover.
Yes. Yes, that sounds right.
And now we see the Frontovic is gone.
Do anything silly. If that's the case, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
move
Val's just lazy.
Good hygiene on keeping the Kazakh doctor
Alright, so
close enough to be nearby, but not so close as to get splashed. And now that the Riot Girl missile launcher there on the scaffolding,
yeah, absolutely.
that's a pretty serious ARO presence, even in its flat range.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So I can arrow. You probably want to move where you just choose the one to be inside my zone. So yeah, I have to force it. So feel free to change that.
All right,
So
so
I can attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you want me to attack me.
really wish that. So you guys can kind of hear the players. Fortunately for us, it's a bit more of a pain.
Yeah, so I might just.
I don't have anything.
Chimera because I might be able
This
to win that
doesn't
combat.
play audio.
So I might move them back.
No worries.
That should be enough.
Got some more dice.
Yeah.
And we're now.
Yep.
I'm gonna check what that guy on the roof
3 for me.
is.
Roll.
Chimeras are doing something.
1 and an 11.
Awesome.
But you give me minuses, so feel free. So 1's a hit. So far.
All right, and we got a 15.
So 3 saves.
Yes.
Done. Cool. So that's the Quaz.
Quaz is gone.
Quaz is gone. Very good.
I'm gonna remark that Halsey is in fact smarter than Tristan and I put together, because she's run her chimeras up to deal with the quasi creature.
Ah,
It's not going to cover.
we are very intelligent.
Brother, you wrote the mission.
I didn't add the crazy creature though. Well, I kind of did. Kind of did.
That in like ARs in range.
Just scope out where Halsey put hers.
Yeah.
It's camo. That'd be breaking my camo.
Yeah, that's yeah. If that's the case, no, then they'll go up the ladder.
Sure. No worries at all.
So we're looking at 3 up to there, and then 3 up. So they're all going to be doing variations of the same.
Of course. So they're going to be 2 inches up, while she's going to be.
2 inches up while she's 3 inches up.
Well, they can all be on the ladder one at a time. So.
Halsey's quasi creature appears to be tucked in just near the center console, which means that that Riot Girl missile launcher is doubly
And then second part.
hard to move.
It's another 4
Yeah.
inches up. So, I mean, I'm assuming that's 6 inches.
Yeah, I think so.
So.
I know it's 7.
And now Val's got a pretty interesting doctrine for dealing with a crazy creature, which
Yeah.
is to throw
Yep. So any
mines
arrows,
at
so
it.
they're-
and then move something that'll hopefully win in CC. So that even if he loses the CC, there's that additional save that he has to make.
Yeah.
However, I'm not seeing his usual mine delivery vehicle of the Dynamo Kazakh Cavalry. So there's no burst 2 mine dispenser kicking around.
Yeah, yeah, strange choice. I feel like bike specialists are very
with
good
6 inches
for this
of rest.
mission. Seems like Val's made a list that he wants to go second in, to be honest.
Then they'll dodge.
That's the Chimera's up on the top. That's interesting. I like that.
They come over the ladder like that.
Yeah. Although I suspect this is tempting enough to bait out.
Well, this seems like it's Halsey's last order as well. We can see here. All right, so 3 dice from the courier.
Okay. Now the courier.
Should be on 11s or 14s or 8s, depending on the range. If it's in bad range, it'll be on 8s.
Well, and it's got a template.
Fails the dodge, I think. I think if that was the Chimera, the 17...
Fails.
On a 16, well, that's another dodge.
Dodging on 19.
That's a
Depends on what's dodging first. Yes.
Next one is good.
White dice are terrible.
Oh, two.
Hopefully that's everyone past their dodges, depending on who was first.
Yes, if the Chimera was first, a 17 will be a fail, and I think, yeah, I think the Chimera might have exploded. I
That's a
think the
tough one.
Chimera might have exploded. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so...
Yeah, they are just chilling.
Third save.
Hanging out.
Yeah, it
Yep.
looks like the Chimera's unconscious, so...
Yeah.
Risky play there from Halsey didn't work out.
Yeah, it's an interesting line of fire from that courier bot looking up.
And unfortunately, Halsey would have been on 16's Eclipse dodging.
Yeah.
Oh no, templates, unless you wanted to risk the Pupniks.
You don't particularly...
Yeah. Either way, 17 for the Chimera is a fail. That's why you never roll the Chimera first.
Yeah.
Alright, we're doing Impetuous for Val. He's
That's gonna
running...
be an Ermendino.
Yep, he's running an Ermendino.
Oh, sorry, there is a Dynamo Paramedic in.
Is there? Has he put it on the table?
Maybe. It does have a mine dispenser.
So that's
Dynamo, 2 Ermendinos.
motorbike. Well,
It looks like Val
might be-
moving Ermendino and throwing smoke with the clips.
Yep. Well, not a clip. Not a clip.
Sorry, just throwing smoke with Impetuous.
Tack fucking wishes.
Tack does this. Oh, yep, there's our bike over here.
Yeah, fantastic. Bing. 8-4, pretty respectable bike.
8-4 is pretty respectable.
and Link Leader was that, wasn't it? 'Cause that was the last.
And that, actually, if Halsey doesn't have Overwatch on that lane towards the radio tower, that's potentially 3 quick button presses.
Yeah. Yes.
I wonder whether that middle model with the black base is standing.
Yeah.
I presume that yellow one on the far right is a prone token.
Yes, that's a prone token there. Val's having a little peek, seeing if he can fight. Seeing if he can fight the Rygel Spitfire missile launcher.
Yeah,
and things
okay.
And with his tractor mill.
Hell yeah, love to punch up. Well, and this is another interesting synergy that Val's been working on, is that the courier remotes are one of a handful of models in TAC that genuinely has a second, let alone a third wound that they can give before death. And the Ermendino, I mean, I think of it as a smoke thrower who can occasionally push a button, but it is an engineer rather than a specialist operative.
Yeah.
And therefore that can produce a pretty resilient ARO piece in
Absolutely, especially when you've got 8-point Mendino engineers.
Yes, yes.
Super cheap to put back up. It looks like Val is moving probably his Spetsnaz forward to
fight with the missile launcher.
Yeah.
Potentially, seeing to
Well,
see
and
where he can see
interestingly,
it.
depending on whether that model in the Observance Haris is standing or not, that might be
It seems
very
like
much
it's
a choice. No,
Yeah, so,
probably not.
so from this idea, it seems like he's not. Val's revealing and choosing to shoot.
However, the bane of Val's life, Sixth Sense,
That's
will
it.
so deny
So
the
MSV
deny-
1 and Sixth Sense means this is just going to be a dice off. In 24 though, it's going to put
and-
Halsey on 11s.
Yep, and the Spetsnaz on 15s. Yep, well, 20 is not going to cut it in any weather.
No, so we'll see how many rolls.
Although it will respect the cover reduction to damage, so effectively at a 12 damage less cover.
Yep, so 2 hits
And
went
then-
through, and Halsey takes 1 wound. 1.
Oh, which is fine. Don't even worry about it.
Just keep standing.
Yeah, don't even worry. Although, I suppose the double-edged sword of Sixth Sense. No, it's just a downside. But the that Val isn't worried about missing missing surprise attack in this instance.
No, not particularly. Not particularly.
Oh, was that a? That looks like Fiddler's moved as well. I wonder whether that's one of those alert moves or whether that's that the Riot Girl was trying to dodge.
That's right, only 1 dice. If the Riot Girl was trying to dodge, I suppose it's 2 11s versus 1 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. So possibly,
Probably take 16.
yeah, probably correct on that. Personally, I would probably just shoot.
Because you've got 2 dice.
got
My
2 dice.
thinking, and I'm sure the maths is very fuzzy, but there's more. Rolling 2 dice on 11s means there's 22 faces that can succeed, rather than 16 where there's 16 faces that can succeed. And it's profoundly non-statistical,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
but it's vibes based, and that's nice.
I think because 11s are close enough to the Val would be on 15s actually.
Yeah, he's
So
on 15s,
yeah,
especially.
potentially. All right, so Val's shooting with something else. 1 and a 17 is not super great, and getting shot back. An 11 and a 9 and an
Or
18.
those armor saves. Oh, separate dice? Separate shooters or armor saves?
Not sure.
No, you wouldn't get 3. Well, you might get 3 armor saves out of 2 dice if one of them misses on the missile.
Nothing for me.
I think that.
I'm gonna double check.
I don't know. We don't know, guys. We don't know. We'll figure it out.
It's nice to be here. The venue's lovely.
We're here for the drinks, guys. There's a bar here. We'll have some drinks later. All right, seems like Halsey's taking some armor saves. 16 and 18
Shrugs him off,
amazing.
doesn't give a shit.
Absolutely. Val's shaking his head. He's like, what is this garbage?
Yeah.
Bakunin overpowered. He's flipping another order, and
Perfect
it seems like
nomad
he's
engineering.
seems like he's just going for it again.
Well, yeah. If it's the tool you've got to unpick that problem, use it until the problem's unpicked, or you don't have the tool anymore.
Yep, he's throwing some dice. 1 and 11. 11's fairly good.
All right, we'll see what.
This seems like a suppressive fire thing or something.
Oh,
Oh, crazy creature.
oh, right. Of course. Okay. So the
Yeah.
11 will beat the 10.
Yep, make armor save.
Yeah, 10.
10's probably failed.
What's a Spetsnaz? Spetsnaz? 20 CC 21 is 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone give Val a clap.
Hey!
Yeah.
He succeeded on a dice roll. Absolutely. We didn't know what he was doing, but then we figured it out, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yet again. Yet again, we've forgotten the quasi creature, despite the fact that we'd talked about it at the beginning
multiple
of the time.
times. Multiple times.
But now it's gone. We don't have to think about it. Both gone, in fact.
Yes, they're both at the table. We can't forget them anymore. All right, 11, probably a dodge. Yep. 12. 12's going to go through.
Now we're shooting again.
Yeah, I think we're shooting back at the missile launcher. Halsey's already taken a wound. Is he going to go unconscious? 12 is probably good.
15
in cover.
Within cover 18. Yep.
Yep, absolutely. You see the thumbs up
Yep.
from Halsey?
We love to see it.
Don't worry, guys. It'll take some practice, but I think we'll get the hang of it.
Well, and I think this is helping us identify what we need to know in the pre-game as well.
Sorry. No, they don't have courage or anything.
Right, I think they're discussing whether or not Halsey wants to go prone.
Yeah.
It seems like that might be a prone marker. Val might have been shooting at Fiddler even.
Potentially.
Potentially, if that missile launcher has gone prone. We will find out. Yeah, so shooting at the missile's just gone prone, just guts prone. Looking at Val's orders. Yeah. So Val's gonna be lacking in.
You improve your cover because I can't see anything.
Yeah, so she might do that.
And then she's out of cover.
So Halsey's dodging backwards to not be seen through.
Yeah, to be
scaffolding.
out of subject to that in out, not straight through.
Yes, exactly.
Well, in any case, the riot girl could just gut.
Yeah, guts into total cover. I guess that technically counts as total cover.
Yeah, it does. It would.
Blocking line.
There's no religious. There's frenzy, but that's been suppressed by the fire team. So.
And I think, yes, that's another thing. I don't think they have courage. Do they have courage? No, so they're forced to guts, forced to make the roll.
Yeah.
If you want to stand there. Keep pressing the wrong one, guys. All right, so it looks like Val's moving his bike. No? Something.
Yeah, I think that's where the bike was. Although that.
No, that's an Ermendino. He's going to try and press the button, and a 4 is going to get it. He's
Fantastic.
He's
Love
going to
to
get
press
his own.
buttons.
That's this entire mission. That's Infinity. Infinity is pressing buttons. All right. We like to see our players play the mission. All right, we can see Val back here. He's got about 5 orders.
Yeah, fantastic.
All right, game 2, guys. We're gonna improve it for you. We're gonna move. Maybe
Be a bit
move the
prescriptive
cameras.
about where people put their orders and such.
Yeah, maybe reorganize the cameras, that kind of thing. Make the dice cam a little less tiny. Figure it out for you all. Just forgive us for our beginnerness.
Thank you for your patience, rather than sorry.
Yes, absolutely. We don't apologize here. Get what you're given. Val's having a good think. Lovely. He's looking at his classifieds like he's just remembered them.
Yep.
Just remembered they exist.
Which were forward observe, the HVT, and
Do a whip check on a not remote, not tag model.
yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yes, I think so.
Alrighty. The antipodes are rolling out. Probably to guard some buttons, I would assume. Yep. All standing up. Now that the Chimera is unconscious, there's probably not a ton that threatens them, realistically.
Yeah, they're
just
a
so
problem.
order efficient in terms of getting rid of them. You have to keep discovering them, then you have to kill them, and they dodge on 15s as well, so fairly good.
Because those are currently under camo markers.
Yes.
It's just, and understandably, Val's done a beautiful job painting them, that they're not... Yeah, then he hasn't used S5 camo markers because... Imagine putting the effort into painting a model as painting a camo marker.
Yes. I'm going to use the models. Alright, I'm guessing that might have just been the attack aware order. So
Yeah.
he's just kind of run them up the table a little bit. Like he's just having a quick think. Alright.
Trying to find some way to leverage the smoke grenade launcher on the handler, perhaps.
Yeah, knowing
It's the kind of margin he'd play for.
knowing Val, he's probably trying to think of sneaky ways to throw 2 mines. Where's the best spot to throw them? Do I press buttons now? Do I wait? Do I go up to specialists? Seeing Halsey's list, Val might be thinking specialist. All right, it looks like he's pressed a button. FO bonus would give him 2 dice. Yep, so he's got that button.
That's 2 pushed for Val now.
I believe so. He's pushed one with an Ermandino, and he's pushed one with, I think it's going to be Estrella.
Yeah.
Something. It's something. It's something, guys.
Sure is.
It sure is. And at this rate, it seems like Halsey's not going to lose anything.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a really important second turn. Lots of potential. I think she's really going to have to focus on the mission.
But the temptation to put the boot in with the full pool of orders.
That will, yeah. The full 10 going to be tempting to just run over the table with your Riot Girl Spitfire and shoot everything. But I think you have to resist the temptation. Kind of just have to really.
Be fun if you just went spare, though, wouldn't it?
It would be fun, but you'd be sad at the end when you lose. All right.
Oh, come on, it's the fun of playing the game, not whether you win or lose. Is always my feeling on the matter.
Is this why you play Toha? Or Morats even? This is why you play Morats? So you do stuff?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Val. He's taking his time, guys. Please. Got any advice, anything we can do to help you guys, please let us know in the Twitch chat. We'll do everything we can. Val's still looking very confused.
While Val's having a ponder, just a shout out to our mates up in Brisbane having round 2 of their slow grow.
Yes, absolutely. I believe that's being run by Lewis. Yep, the absolute legend. He hops from state to state and he just starts building infinity communities.
Yep.
It's excellent. All right, seems like balance. Yeah, he's going to retreat
back on it.
Yeah.
4-inch move. I wonder if there's anything for it to be shooting at as it beats a fighting retreat. I don't think so.
No, maybe not. I don't. That might be a HVT.
I think that's an HVT.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yep, so just move.
Yeah.
Val was probably just waiting for arrows. Pop it prone behind there somewhere.
Yeah. That long building in his deployment zone.
I'm guessing Val is going to press this button with his Ermandino. I can't imagine why he
An irresistible temptation.
Ooh, he's moving something. Maybe his bike?
Yeah, he's moving 8. That's the bike. And it's the Dynamo Paramedic.
Ah, not the FO.
No. Which sad for pushing that particular button, but at the same time a bit more utility across.
Well, near Snow, we can add a turn counter. Can do that. We do it right now, in fact. So this, we go boom. Use the ugliness for right now.
Right.
Make it nice and small. We'll go turn 1. No one scored
bottom
anything.
of turn 1 now.
I should have thought of that, Hugh. You're myself. Turn 1 bottom. Alright, so it looks like Val is throwing down the mine.
We love the mine dispenser.
The mine dispenser is one of his favorite tools.
Look, it's a lot of what drew me to OSS.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I believe you fell in love with the Rudra.
I did.
Yes.
Did.
Oop, out of the dice tray doesn't count. A 3 and a 16. I don't think.
No, it's chasing a 15 for them if it's in good range. The 3 will land in any weather.
Yep, so absolutely. So there is a mine, cheeky little mine. And he's going to move and attempt to press the button, is my best guess.
Yeah. And that's a boarding shotgun on that paramedic, so that's a corner that one doesn't particularly want to go past.
And he nailed it. The dice was pure white when it landed, so he didn't see the dice face. But that's fine. Yeah, that overhead light's very strong. At least our lighting for the table, though, is fairly okay. I will have to mess around. We'll have to mess around with our second camera because it's a bit washed out. But we do what we can. Do what we can. And the bike's gone back and it's to hide. Save itself for another turn.
Yep. With the Mendino as a road bump on the way to it.
Yes. Yes. If Val has the opportunity, I probably would like to put it maybe behind the button. Something along those lines.
Well, yeah, you want to put it in total cover, peeking around a corner. But whether he's got the orders to bring it up to that middle row button and hide behind it, unclear.
Yep, so it looks like he's re-cameroed his Spetsnaz.
Yep. Smart move. Love that surprise attack. Hope to get rid of a riot
Or
girl.
gone prone. One or the other.
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
I think it's safe in either case.
Yeah, it's probably not dying unless riot girls start running up the table.
Well, even then, there's not a lot of ladders up to that particular spot on the like.
No, there is
because that has to go around that
Around the
that
whole
wall
thing,
on the
yeah.
top. So you're looking at a few orders of moving. Probably better to spotlight it with something and kill it. Although if it's in camo, then that's not an option.
Right. Val's parking his TR bot, moving forward, and it seems like he can see something.
Or he's trying to spec fire something.
Specfire is a whole order.
Yeah. One dice.
He loves his red dice, but we can't see.
I think that must have been a spec fire, because otherwise you need to center the template on something.
The courier's weapon is a template weapon.
Yes, but
So-
you need to target a point.
Yeah.
So, which you can target a point on the ground, spec firing, but you
Yeah.
can't. You have to target a model if you're making a direct attack. But I mean, that's a long fucking.
You have to go take Val's red dice and peel it off.
Yeah, you can do the spec fire with the Katyusha first one. in any case.
Yeah, he's just moved it first,
Although-
which is
Oh no, and the blast mode. Yeah, they can both spec fire. And from there, that's probably at the outer bounds of
decent range.
its good range, so 16 inches. So you're looking at.
Val's taking his sweet time.
Yep, as is customary.
Well, guys, we haven't had a crash in about 15, 20 minutes, so we're not going to touch it. We're just not touching it.
Yeah.
I will say, though, we will probably be getting into the point where we need some drinkies soon, because we're going to be talking a lot today.
Yes.
So we need to keep our mouths moist. All right, it seems like it's Halsey's round 2.
Yes.
Bang. Bang. Bakunin's
like it.
second turn.
I might see if we can move that camera a little bit to the
Yeah,
other
go for
side.
it.
Hopefully it doesn't crash it.
Couldn't crash it moving it. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us. All right, that's. All right, guys, we've got a bit of a different angle.
I guess that's the next frontier table design challenge. That you're not steering anyone into standing where the camera is
Yes.
while they're playing.
All right. I think Halsey's just gonna spend 10 orders on a link.
Look, we love to do it.
We love
it
to do
is
it. It's
a
the most fun
fantastic
part
and
of the game.
empowering time.
That's it. That's it. Especially when your link is half your list.
More than sometimes.
More than some. All right, so it looks like, yeah, we're just running into the middle of the table,
Yep. Try and push.
going for buttons.
And so we've seen the one button lift off.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, so Halsey has 1 point guaranteed.
Oh, two.
Oh, two.
Two, because the two in the front section.
Yes. Yes, this one here and this one here. Halsey's got 2 out of 9 buttons guaranteed.
Yep.
Val has 2 pressed currently. 3 pressed currently, I believe. These 2 here and 1 over here.
Yes.
That's the button press. Maybe? Something?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I think that was Val's dice. Ooh. Alright. What we've learned for next time, guys, is we don't have to talk super loud, but we can move them closer. So might do that at some. What we even could do, Hugh, my good friend, is tables are portable, but the gear is portable. We can just move it to the table in front of us,
Yeah.
and then they could talk, and we can just quiet, and they're immersed
Yeah,
in the
no, that
game.
sounds like a good
So
plan.
next game, guys, we should be able to give you a bit more of an accurate game. We're not guessing all the time. Should be good. All right. What we're going to do? Got Tack. Got Bakunin. Bakunin is currently check it. I'll just put OP.
OP, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just put OP. Bakunin's on 2 OP at the moment. Tack's on nothing at the moment, but I don't imagine
Well, but
that will.
I'd be
that will
surprised
last.
if those two OP, those 2 buttons, 3 buttons don't turn into 3 OP.
Really, I'm not sure. If Halsey plays it right, I think potentially she could
Take
press
that
the
one.
buttons back. She could smash them. So now that they're pressed by Val,
That's true.
Halsey can mash them with D charges
That's
or an
true.
anti-material
And-
TC weapon.
And, of course, Fiddler is a surprisingly
Fiddler is-
compelling close combat.
Fiddler is incredible. The only problem with her is she only has 3 D charges.
Yes.
So
3D charges. Avicenna, obviously not much for the killing. And Riot Girls also not really about getting in close.
another thing to note, guys, is you can just place the D charge because they're not angry yet. They're only angry in turn 3.
So you can't place them in turn 3. Turn 3.
You can place them, but you'll get zapped, and you'll
You get zapped even if you place them.
Yeah, so you'll place it, you'll take the zap free.
Yeah,
so it won't
okay.
be a face-to-face.
Interesting.
So if the thing survives, you basically can't hit it again. unless you
Interesting,
make
because I
the-
think the way that works on some of the other missions is that you can place them because you're not making an attack. You're just declaring a short skill whilst in base contact.
Yeah.
But okay, that's good to know that it is in fact.
I could be completely wrong.
Well, no, you wrote. Well, you should technically.
I wrote the mission
suppose.
the first time round.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 7 and a 12 versus shots. A 10's probably not going to do it if that's the best that Val rolled. Oh, maybe. If it's out of cover. I'm not entirely sure what health is with 2 dice. Not sure why she's not rolling around with a Spitfire. But there might be a reason. That might
I
be
mean,
a
six
contender or
saves is
something.
a really compelling prospect.
Yeah, if it hits, is the issue.
Pray harder, bro.
Yeah. I pray hard, but my prime still dies.
Yeah. That looks like a
16?
single.
Potentially armor save. I think Val might have hit once.
On a 12, I think you said.
If out of cover, 12 should hit. But the middle of the table here, we're still.
Oh, it's that. That courier.
Yeah, it's the TR Courier.
Oh,
So
brutal.
Val's throwing 3 dice. They're all templates. They're all AP shot. It's scarier than it sounds.
Oh no, that's spooky because that's not just halving your own armor; it's also stripping you of the armor.
Val's throwing more dice. He's shaking them around. 1917 is a complete miss.
And that doesn't
nine.
look like a successful save. For
No,
anyone.
not if you're not getting the armor bone. Yeah, so Halsey's picking up models.
Oh. Yep.
So
Suppose it's the nature of polycule to grow and shrink over time.
hopefully it doesn't shrink anymore because that is the list.
Yeah.
If you lose your core link in your turn, that's
No, it's very upsetting.
more stuff spent on more links.
Yep, that's that. Like a riot girl.
I think Val's educating Halsey on just moving the Spitfire forward to keep it out of the template range for the rest of the models.
Yep.
So good on Val. And it seems like we're going to be throwing some dice here. Rolling him in his hand, but he's not.
It's just
What?
oh, just waiting on. Go to control check.
Yeah, just checking ranges. So Halsey, I believe, had a boarding shotgun riot girl as well that might
Yes.
be valuable
Might
in this
be
situation.
pushing forward.
Halsey, I think, is just deciding what they want to do. All right, here we go. 5 dice. This is the Spitfire. 5, 3, 18, 15, and another dice. 4, I think. So I'm not sure. I think Halsey's highest dice is... Oh, no! Val's rolled a 2 and a 1 and an 18. Absolutely whiff.
Yep. That's some saves, and 2 of those look like they won't pass in any weather.
Absolutely look like I'm going to see if I can mess with this dice tray. Because...
Right. Well, I can't see shit, so let's try us. That's that one. No. Oh no. I. Oh no. Where are the cameras?
It looks really reflective.
We'll put our hands over. Just put our hands over.
Yep. Gang, I don't know. I hope this riveting footage is thrilling you as much as it's thrilling me.
So they've decided they're going to put their hands over the dice tray to kind of give us a bit of shadow.
Yep. The other option would be angling the camera, but then you lose directly
You're
on the
losing part of the
numbers.
dice tray. Yeah. The other thing I could think of is maybe putting something on top of the camera to make a shadow.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. The direct light will be different on this table.
Yeah.
Everything's going to change next time. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, and cool to have a variety of tables as well.
Why am I seeing a message saying please don't break it, Q?
Oh, because when you left me, it was footage of me and the dice tray. And I only clicked the view buttons
Yeah.
and realized that, in fact, none
Yeah,
of the
so-
things I could see were,
Yeah, so you can change here.
yeah.
And phone 3 we can get rid of.
Yeah, okay.
Swap them. Cool. Alright, so Halsey... I think Halsey's going again. Because I'm guessing that's unconscious now. The courier?
Yeah, it seems... I hope so.
I hope so too. to be
Hate
honest.
couriers.
Yeah, They are very good for their points.
Yeah, look. Yeah, the armored baggage bot is a profile that doesn't see much love from anyone except Val, and Hack really does give him the cream of the crop.
I thought it was hot garbage. Val used it against me, and I went, oh, maybe it's mid.
Yeah, do you get those in Dasher?
We do. Never took it.
No.
Never took it.
I guess the other high watermark, the other high watermark baggage armament is probably the Huck one. You get the rifle light shotgun rather than just the combi.
Yes.
But even then,
Yeah, I've never really been a fan of them. Not that that's a bad thing. 17 as a button press is going to be a fail.
it will be.
I think we'd maybe just go again. That middle button's fairly valuable.
Yeah. Well, and just putting the pressure on it to say you have to deal with this,
Yep.
because that really is one of the breakpoints of the mission. If you manage to get 5 buttons sorted, your opponent has to respond to them or they lose.
Absolutely. That is one of the design aspects of the mission is interactivity.
Yeah.
There are a lot of missions where you don't have to do the mission until 3. So you're basically just playing kill the most
Annihilation
valuable
and
thing.
then turn 3.
Yeah, you're playing Annihilation and then like Acquisition, for example, killing each other and then you're holding some buttons. So
Actually, I think one of the interesting quirks about this mission is that there's the points for destroying more buttons.
yes.
Oh, that's not a
Yep.
good dice roll.
That's 2 or 3 failed button presses in a row.
Yeah.
This is why we take forward observers. Halsey's pointing very angrily at the
Yeah.
button.
But where I'd done a really good job of being down my opponent's throat with pushing buttons, but
Yeah.
then it got to the end of the game and we realized, in fact, they'd broken more
buttons.
containers and that I'd completely neglected that angle of the game. So I
Yeah.
think they either turned what would have been a draw into a win or a loss into
Yes. Yes. There was specific things added to try and make this mission a lot closer. One, best number you can get on a whip roll.
Yep. Well, stuff on a well, actually, some
On a button press.
on the resets you really want.
On the resets, yeah. No, I agree with you. The 2 classifieds, and generally the person who has more buttons has probably pressed more buttons.
Yeah.
So the person who has less buttons potentially mashed more buttons.
Yeah.
So if you focus on classifieds, mashing buttons rather than pressing buttons and pressing them back, it's quite easy to get high scoring point draws.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 7, that kind of thing.
Which is cool because I find it's rare for draws to be above a 5.
In the same vein, though, it also means that you get 7, 6, 8, 7, those kinds of missions as
Yeah.
well. So it feels close, and you've scored lots of OP, which is good.
Yeah. Well, and good for spreading the field in a tournament as well.
Yes,
Because you
absolutely.
want to, if everyone scored 0, 1, or 2 points, get you fucking
Evacuation, yeah.
then it really compresses.
Yes.
You know, it's someone who managed to get 4 points
Yeah.
is off to the races.
It's 4 points is
Quite a feat.
yeah. Anyone who's got a major in that mission, congratulations to yourself. All right, Halsey might be moving a flashbulb spot up. I'm guessing their second group are lacking now that the Chimera is dead.
Yes, there's not a lot of other action in
No,
there.
so we have 2 flash
There's a
pulses,
Morlock?
guided, and Morlock?
Yeah, there's a Morlock.
Assault pistol.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not the double action variant.
No, I was looking at that when she sent me the list, thinking, should it be the double action version? But do you want the assault pistol's pretty compelling, but not what you want in this mission?
No. This mission does demand things from your list.
Because it is the anti-material requirement. It's not just dealing wounds.
Yes. I'm hoping they both remembered their Master Breacher.
I guarantee you they didn't.
Because someone's going to get free
That's the
decharges.
first time I've thought about there being a master bridge, and I've played this mission 3 times.
You know, it just came to my head. I went, ooh, anti-material, you get free decharges.
Well,
in this mission.
I would say at this point the better to leave it forgotten.
Yep. Right, guys.
And I think that's for our listeners who obviously have so much to learn from our vaunted insights. If it's turn 2 and you've just remembered,
Fuck
just
it.
don't. It was someone who got lost along the way.
Okay, I'm not... potentially Halsey's just trying to set up the repeater network.
I suspect so.
Protect her button in her DZ.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, I believe he has a Device Plus.
On the so there's a hacking device.
She rolled a 10, so...
There is a hacking device plus on the Custodia hacker.
rolled a 10, then she rolled a 5. Don't know what that's for.
Oblivion. Well, I mean the 10 will have done it. And a 5. Oh,
No, it's unconscious.
oh,
So it's taken
shots from.
Numendino.
Oh, the mine.
The mine?
The mines.
Oh, the mine! There was a mine here.
There was a mine there. There's not
10
anymore.
would have been a crit if the mine didn't impose a -3. Halsey
Yeah.
has failed.
Yes.
Needed a 7, and then the 5 is a failed armor save.
Yes.
God, we're good.
Vale
It's almost
flash
like
spot.
it's almost like we've played this game for years.
It's a really interesting puzzle to try and figure out what is going on.
All the way at the front.
Hang on.
Yeah, guys, they left the decharges.
Yeah.
Not. We're struggling. We're struggling to find decharges. Alrighty, it seems like Halsey's activating her Harris, maybe just moving it up a little bit, getting it in position. Maybe Halsey was getting rid of that mine.
In order to
that-
decamp the Harris.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That Haris doesn't have a lot of fizz, and actually, the Custodians themselves only have 1 wound.
Yes. Well, and the Cenobite dodging on a 10. Val's pissing.
Val's taking a piss.
And to his credit, he's gone to the bathroom to do it.
Yeah, I might get a rundown from Halsey about what's
Yes.
been going down.
Fantastic. So, looking. Yeah, I think that Reese is probably the best shot. That Reese is the best shot to push any buttons on that flank, and I think probably Halsey really needs to push a button, push that centerline button to really stop Val's advance in its tracks, because currently I'm not feeling super optimistic about her chances to pull ahead, and I think she needs to be focusing on breaking even. Ah, Val's back. And we're now at the beginning of Val's second turn. Trying.
Halsey was attempting to use Avicenna to press the middle button. Failed 5 times.
5 times.
5 times,
That's
guys.
Fucked.
5 times. Managed to press it, but has had to leave the core in the middle of the table, but has the Spitfire on ARO,
Yep.
The courier has gone unconscious.
And is the missile launcher alive?
The missile launcher has only taken a wound and is prone here.
Okay, so that's that first wound that it took.
Yep.
Fantastic.
We managed to guess correctly that the flash pulse was there to get rid of the mine.
Excellent work, Holmes.
And Val has secured 3 points.
Yep. And that's the three consoles which lifted off at the beginning of his second turn, as we are now at the bottom of turn 2.
Bottom of turn. All right. Love to see it. It looks like Val's doing some impetuous,
Yep.
which would be his Ermendino and his bike.
Yeah, and that's
His two
two Ermendinos. There's one on the radio tower flank, and there's one in the center lane, or near the center lane.
He's
You have
thinking,
to worry.
yeah, he's gonna revive his courier.
Yep. Oh, so miserable fighting robots.
Yes, and that's going to be dropping a lot of templates on the link.
Yeah.
Halsey's done her best to separate them, but they're still potentially.
Yeah.
All right. Ermendino's running up here. I'm guessing to try and press his button, maybe run
The
up the ladder
aspirations,
and
yeah.
drop a template.
Oh, that'd be tough. Yeah, the temptation, of course, being to just shoot back with 6 dice and hope that at least one specialist survives.
Yeah, at least something lives.
It's funny to think how the game has changed, in that I caught myself about to be like, oh, but the Armadillo's only got the one burst on its chain rifle, which obviously should be good enough, used to be good enough, but it's not where we're finding profiles landing these days.
No, we've got a lot of NWI shock immune, we've got a lot of 2 wound, got a lot of high dodging stuff. We mentioned before, Halsey's list is super good at dodging.
Yes.
So tax templates might be a little bit at a disadvantage. Have to see.
The Cenobite that's up that ladder with the burst, +1 burst on its
Yes.
chain rifle.
I believe it might even have a dodge bonus. to the
No, it
distance.
doesn't. It's only.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no, it's just on a
No.
13, but a 13's not terrible.
Does it have any distance? No?
No.
No, okay. So not the best. So it looks
Oh,
like
perfectly good enough.
Val's going to be spending his irregular on the Ermendino, trying to heal. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I can't imagine that the engineer or doctor skills would be available as impetuous activations.
No, absolutely not.
That the Spetsnaz,
That
who
is the
doesn't look
Spetsnaz.
to be in a camo marker any
No,
longer.
it seems
so
like
they
he
were
was
prone,
forced to go prone. Yeah,
but that's a good tool against the Spitfire because you can outrange.
range it. Yeah, absolutely.
Although
it looks like that's what he's doing. I
If
think.
it's just a bit back from that 24 line, this is probably some pretty precarious range riding on Val's part.
I think that's half a playing tack.
Yeah.
The only
Oh,
way
it
you're gonna
feels so
have-
good when
yeah.
you get it right.
Yeah. Oh, Val's very good at it. The only way he's really going to have a shooting advantage, aside from dice in the active turn, is to really get people in their bad range bands and take
Yeah.
advantage of.
And I think this might be a
Yeah,
bad
so-
range band shoot for
Yeah.
the.
So Val's going to be on
For the
15s.
Spitfire.
Should be 415s versus.
Well, it will absolutely be 415s.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the question is what health he's gunning for, whether it's in or out of that 24.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very near thing. My intuition is that it's in good range for the Spitfire.
Yeah. So in good range,
But the mimetism and the cover, so we're looking at 11.
MSV 1 on the spit
Oh,
on the
of
right
course,
girl.
yep.
So I think either flats or neg 6 potentially for range and cover.
Oh, we hope not.
Yeah, we hope not. I'm guessing when Val's going to roll. Oop, okay. Well, 13's a crit if in 24.
No, because they've got +1 from the.
Oh no, that's still a full man. Well, I think 13 might have been a miss because Halsey took it out of the dice tray.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. 1 and an 8 is no bueno, my friends. I think that
Well,
is a dead right girl spit or an unconscious right girl spit.
And Avicenna with her Doctor +3 is still there. Doesn't apply on the button pushing, obviously, which is hard.
Yeah, no.
But it does apply when you're in the guts for Riot Girl. Which, yeah, unfortunately have been sort of strewn about.
Yeah, there we go. Unconscious marker next to the Riot Girl Spitfire. So
Well, and now in total cover behind that little barricade, which is good news. But the trouble is that what else Val might do with the rest of his orders?
yes, that was the main ARO presence. Now Val is free to use his Ermendino to pick back up his courier.
Yeah,
Spitfire was covering that lane.
Yeah, and the missile launcher isn't getting a line down that way.
No, the missile launcher isn't touching this, so this
Yeah,
counts as
yeah. So it's only seeing into that little corner
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than Yeah,
yeah. So potentially a misplay. Val rolls a 20.
love to see it. That's
He's
remote
spending
presence.
a command token,
He
guys.
is.
He's spending a command token.
Proud of him.
Here we go. 16's a fail. Is he
Won't
going to
do it.
spend another one?
Well, look, this is I think we call natural justice for
No smoke.
Smoke.
The smoke. All right. All right.
Oh, okay. So he's really he wants this robot back up.
Yeah. Apparently.
Oh, so he was tapping an extra order rather than a command token
Oh, pretend,
to do another attempt at the smoke throw rather than a reroll on the remote presence.
Yep. So maybe antipodes are gonna be jump. Yeah, it seems like antipodes are gonna be jumping in there.
Ooh, oh, into the smoke and then dodging out. Ooh.
I'm just thinking. Can you double check what the CC weapon of antipode is? Because I believe it's AP.
It is
and
AP
I
CC weapon.
and I believe it can't smash boxes.
I'm just
so-
going to go clarify that for the players.
He might not be doing that, but we'll see.
All good, all good. So just get to there. If you go into the terrain, you are shooting. I'm in smart. Oh yeah, you're right. I have MSV. You're right. Sorry. So if you want to. Yeah, perfect. Thank you for that. No, that's all good. Cool. So we get to there.
Oh, he's going to use the Ermendino to get the burst bonus from his decharges.
Maybe. So actually, there's Avicenna's right by the scaffolding.
Right?
So the smoke is there,
Yep.
but I think the thing that Val might have neglected to consider is that the Riot Girls have MSV,
Yes.
and so it's obviously not good shots with yeah, so I think we're
Yeah,
very
okay.
aggressive and just sort of forcing a lot of bad choices
Yep.
on those four members of Fiddler, two Standing Riot Girls, and Avicenna. Certainly wouldn't want to be Avicenna in this particular point in time.
No. No, it looks like Avicen is about to be eaten.
Yeah. Avicenna's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, Avicen is behind the central building there. Seems like I think Val's just going to be dodging into people. Made a
Yeah.
move here. One's just going to be getting shots. Probably won't be able to template though because
Because the
on the
unconscious
unfriendly.
Spitfire, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good play. That's a real... One of those really useful margin calls.
Val knows his stuff. And well, what we forgot to mention as well, they're still all camouflaged.
Fuck, they are. Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We know what we're talking about. All right, 7. I'm guessing these are dodges.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks
so
like 3
7, 1,
successful
and
dodges.
17 won't be a pass. I don't.
It's 17, not an 11. No.
Got 2. Yeah, so perfectly there. So it seems like Val's dodged 1 into the Spitfire, 1 into Avicenna, 1 into the missile launcher, and 1's failed.
Yeah.
So completely
Ooh.
locked down that
Okay.
fire team.
Yeah, and that there's actually no requirement for Val to activate them potentially ever again.
No, absolutely
because
not.
what this does is locks Halsey's fire team out of activating
Yep.
because only one of them
Yep.
at a time can ever be. Yeah.
Yep, so Val's running up now with probably his Strelok Forward Observer,
Yep.
or his Scout Forward Observer, depending on whatever one he's taken, and he's just going to press back that button. See how that goes.
A fun,
Yep. Revealing what it is.
fun little organizational component is that Val does with his markers. Is he's got them written in pencil on the bottom of them as to what they are, which is a good way to hold himself accountable. Although sometimes, as I think may have just been the case, he's put the wrong one down in the wrong spot and then spent a bunch of orders on what might have been a decoy or a mine.
This is the decoy.
Yeah.
Great for Val. I love that. Alrighty. Going for the button press.
Right.
We love it. Oh. He's thinking about it now.
Counting to 2 is tough stuff. Has he? No, he hasn't rolled them yet. He's having a chat.
He's thinking. Maybe Halsey has some ARO.
Hopefully. Oh, dodges, I suppose, to get away from the...
Dodges out of the... Avicenna might be able to dodge out of the CC with the antipode.
Yep.
4 and an 18 is going to do it.
Yep.
You only
Button
need
pressed.
one. Lovely. Halsey, 6 on the dodge.
Does succeed
That's
on the
a great
dodge.
roll. That's a
And
great
that
roll.
now means that the antipodes... Obviously, there are still problems afoot.
There are still problems. 3 dice from Halsey.
On... Oh, saves on... That looked like Avicenna leaving the table to me.
I think Avicenna got slapped with decharges.
Yeah. And burst 2 because of the antipode.
Because of the antipode.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Vale Avicenna. We hardly knew you.
Well, that's probably a good play. If I was Val, I would probably try and get the button back from Halsey. It's probably important. What is that roll?
That's... I'm gonna get like a reference D20 to like see this, to triangulate what the face is.
Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, we'll figure it out. It was probably a low number. That looks like a 11. Yep, that's 11. I'm guessing these are dodges for things around it.
Yeah. D-charges famously being loud enough to break stealth and provoke dodges.
Yes. Yeah, so we can see one of the classic Val tactics there is to use his antipodes as basically a burst bonus for other CC units.
Yeah.
Which is...
Really good screening, generally being a fucking nuisance activity.
Yes. They die. You're not losing orders if they die. They're very expensive.
At 5 points apiece, they're no Pupnik, but they're
No.
good.
In turn 3 when they lock, but only the ones that haven't been pressed yet. Flat 8, I
Flat
think.
8.
And it's 2 damage, 15 stuns, and it ignores total immune. And you can't use martial arts against the boxers when they're angry. Righty.
Can you apply your own martial arts bonus to yourself?
I think it. I think
so.
I actually think
you
it
can't-
specifies you can't use martial art. You have to double check.
interesting.
It'll be written in the mission.
As a filthy Toha player, I know that the neg 3 on the McCall doesn't change what they get because they automatically roll an 8 that is a success.
Yes.
Giving them a plus or minus, like whatever their target number is, doesn't matter. They have rolled an 8 and succeeded in doing it.
Yeah. So from what I remember, you can't apply martial arts,
Yeah,
and
okay.
it's the same as looting and sabotaging. And if you berserk it, it still
hits you back.
It still counts as a face to face.
Oh, interesting. How upsetting.
Yes. All right. So Val has run his Fernandino behind the wall next to the unconscious Touch Pulse.
Yep.
Just to get up there,
Stage
potentially
for an attack
potentially
run
for a
next turn
third,
3.
turn 3 button push. Because Val is going be last turn. What he's neglected to think about potentially is going to lock. He's going to have to smash it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean,
Ermendino might get that.
CC.
21.
21, you're looking at like
More than a-
75% chance to be fine.
It might be a bit generous. But it's an auto 8, so you need to not roll under a 7.
You need to roll 8
A 7 a tie. A 7
Yeah.
up, yeah. So like a 65, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to take a hot guess, guys, and say that we're going to run late tonight.
Yeah, I would wager so. That's fine.
Yep. If the round started at 10, technically it should end at 12:30. 20 minutes.
Well, look, as is so often the case, I suspect turn 3 will be pretty zippy.
Short and brutal.
Yeah.
Right. I think we are in the top of turn 3.
Yep. Yeah, you wouldn't. Those Yeah, that observance Haris wouldn't be unproning otherwise. And we didn't get any boxes lifted off by Halsey's side.
Oh, Val's managed to press the central
Yeah,
one.
he has.
Yeah. So Halsey's definitely on the back foot now.
Yeah.
And Halsey will have to remember that these boxes are locked
Yeah.
now. They are angry.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting they've both got one on their back line. And yeah, I wonder if either of them have much of a plan for the box on the top of the building towards the grassy side.
That might be the long forgotten box.
I suspect so.
Potentially, it would have been good for Val to throw maybe a maybe Strelix there or something.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that where he put his crazy creature, that would have been a really good spot for some sort of specialist.
I think Halsey's plan was to protect it with her Chimera.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that plan didn't pan out.
No.
Yeah, alright. So it seems like Halsey's just going to spend her turn. She's going to, like, forget the core. The core's too many orders.
Well, and I think the core is, like... This is the benefit of having the Haris in the same group as the core. While they're fighting for orders in general, it means that if... Pretty marginal play, but if the core is locked down like this, do still have quite a lot of orders to put through the Haris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although that said, it's a pretty short-ranged Haris from memory.
Yeah, we have.
We're looking at.
Is it Cenobite HRL though?
No, it's the chain rifle +1 burst.
Right.
Cenobite.
The longest gun is a combi.
Longest gun, yeah. We've got 2 combis and pitchers. So the pitcher will get you out to 24, but it's a very slow way to blow a thing up via the missile launch.
Yeah.
Which does still have a couple of orders to itself, but
It does, but spending orders spotlighting.
it's not where you want to be.
No, it's probably not going to be the best thing for Halsey at the moment. Definitely needs to press the button in her. Well, she needs to smash the button in her now.
Yep.
Cenobite, I suppose,
And-
might be able to do that.
The ACC weapon on the
Yeah,
Cenobite.
okay.
So that's the play.
Yeah, and the only
And then
unfortunate-
you'll have the Ermendino trying to dodge around the corner while you do that. Probably.
I don't know. I think Val will keep it there.
Yeah.
Because remember that Halsey has to hold the token until the end of the game.
That's true.
So the Ermendino might just pop around the corner and try and do some stuff.
Although burst 3 with a DACC weapon, the box is unlikely to fail.
It's not gonna fail. But then if Halsey spends orders also going backwards,
Yeah.
I don't think she.
Yeah. It might be worth putting the play of spending an order, having one order where you have the hacker as the link lead to spotlight the Armandino, then a second order to move the killer hacker around the corner, clap the Armandino, and then the third one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it seems like you might have been right. It seems like Val's doing a dodge. Yep, getting closer to the corner. And Halsey's going to go for a smash, I presume.
Well, because the prospect of being able to thin out what's going on there with the Armandino and then run the bike in to resolve anything that's left is appealing.
I think the best thing Val can do right now is just waste Halsey's order.
Yeah.
He's spending orders dealing with an Armandino.
Then fantastic.
Val could just end his turn and win.
Yeah.
It's still currently Val smash more.
Well,
boxes as
we've seen no progress on classified.
No, we haven't. So Val could potentially get those very easily. With
That one
midfield.
will lift off. Will it lift off, or does it? No,
This will lift off if
Nothing happens
Halsey
to it.
doesn't do anything. And currently Val's smash. Right.
That's 7.
7.
That's 7 because the one's next to it.
There you go. 7. With the CC bonuses of 22 or 20, whatever. We'll get it.
Well, Cenobite's 22, so that'll
be
beat it by
9.
1. That's
Yeah.
ooh,
That's what you needed.
nothing wasted.
Nothing wasted. Now Val will pass both armor saves.
Probably. We hate to see it.
What if you have natural CC 22?
Correct. Then you just do 22.
So you're 22?
Yes.
Oh, so you pass. That's 9.
Yep, it looks like they're just figuring out what we figured out.
If you do fail, then it's stun or 2 stun saves on
Having some PO discussions.
Yep. I'm sure Nick is correct.
I think he's always.
Yeah.
All right, dice game 2 armor saves. He makes them. He makes them.
Halsey.
3 armor. Val is. Yeah. That's what happens.
Truly.
And again, I think. Yep, so that was a hit. I do believe. If that's the armor.
We'll match the 8. It will bounce. But we don't want to be bouncing, we want to be blowing it the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than not getting hit, I guess.
Oh, it's better than getting stunned.
Yeah.
Although, I think there's... only BTS 3, so yeah.
Again,
11
11's
will
good.
do it. Okay.
11's good.
Yep.
11's good. Armor saves. It's
Yeah,
gone.
get the fuck out of here.
Boosh. Then he took 3 orders.
Yep.
But, yeah. Excellent. I'm still a bit scared for Halsey.
Yeah, well, and I noticed that the Armandino doesn't seem to have dodged. That might have been Val missing the arrows.
Yeah, I think Val rolled a 15.
Ah, okay.
I think he's failed his dodge.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Cool. So Halsey's going to want to get out of there.
Yep.
The only
Unfortunately,
problem,
we can't see her order pulls anymore, but
I'm guessing it's a bit dim.
yeah. Although not much was lost. Because we lost Avicenna.
Spitfire Avicenna. I'm guessing there's 8.
So that's 8 orders, so 3...
2 to get down and 3 smashes.
3 smashes.
Yeah, so I think Halsey's
3
only got
orders
3
left to withdraw.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's my guess. Yeah, but if Halsey withdraws, I think Halsey's going to lose.
Yeah.
Because Val is going to get that box,
Yep.
which puts him on 4 to Halsey's 3.
Yeah, and then...
They smash the same amount.
yeah, I wonder what her classifieds are.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the deciding factor, unless Val get more boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I think currently Val's probably got secure HVT on 1 classified as well.
Yeah, the HVT is
it's
there.
tucked in that corner.
Yeah.
I don't know where Val's is, but
It's definitely not going to be
yeah,
there.
it's probably over by the Dynamo.
Yeah, probably over here. Alright, guys. Pray in the chat for Halsey. Maybe Val will drop the ball. Halsey still has a missile launcher, even though it's in CC.
Yep.
Something.
Well, and a Vertigo's on somewhere.
And
But
a
I
Vertigo.
suspect tucked in pretty quietly.
A Morlock even. Throw the Morlock, shoot into CC.
Yeah, the assault pistol's good for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, just try something, I guess. Go nuts.
Yeah, because the assault pistol, is that damage 12 or 13?
It's damage 13. It's just a burst for...
What a cooked weapon.
It's insanely cooked. And it's on like a 5 or 6 point model. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
Just like... submachine gun plus 1 burst.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's a pistol, so it goes -6 past 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Three,
so-
plus 3 zeros, next 6.
15 for Val. Something else?
Continuous damage? What have we got?
15.
Hope that's an armor save. Oh, it was not an armor save.
12. Ten. Something is happening.
Something is happening.
I'm maybe link dodges.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, okay. Val's about to eat the link.
Yeah.
Not Val's turn. Oh, so yeah, those were the purple dice. Must have been Val's dodges
Yeah, okay.
into link.
Yeah, I think we've got to get some, like, red and blue dice or something.
Yes. Yes. That's not good.
Yep, that's an antipode going deep.
Yes. Free movement. Not what you.
Yeah, and that's free movement triggered, I guess, by the Cenobite running away. Yeah, it's coming around the corner there.
Flash pulse. Up.
Or Vertigo? No, that's one of the
Vertigo?
flash pulses. Yeah,
I'm
so they're
just an AO present.
they're looted Aleph
Right.
remotes with like a little veil over where their eyes are. It's very cute.
Nice. All right, we're into Val's turn.
All right.
I think this is going to be a quick turn, guys.
Yep.
Because Val will have a solid game plan, as most people do by the time they hit turn.
The game is good at like zooming in on the parts that matter.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Val's running his bike. I think he's going to breakneck speed for this box.
Yep. Yeah. Or classified. It's a remote.
It's impetuous. That's his orders anyway.
Yeah.
I think the classified was not a remote.
Yeah. Not a remote, not a tag.
Yes.
So the unconscious remote isn't a valid target.
No, so he's going to go after. Beauty of it is it doesn't have to be unconscious to do it.
No, you can just go in and fucking.
Yep. So it looks like Val's going to be. Yep.
Although, and it's actually the Dynamo is
Paramedic.
yes, but it needs to be a doctor or a hacker.
Veteran or elite.
Veteran or elite, it's a specially trained troop.
I hope Val doesn't get that.
No, I think he's
19 and a 14.
good armor saves.
That was Val throwing a smoke.
Oh,
Actually,
some sort of ARO then. The 14, unless very greedy, won't.
yeah. So he's
Yeah, and then that presumably Strelok or Scout Forward Observer in the center line will be able to do designation as well.
I think at this point Val could actually just end the game in. I think he's going
Well, and
going for an extra point.
and you go 5 and 6 for secure and information on the H-Fit.
Val's rolled a 2 to press his own button, his own middle button, I believe.
Yep. Well, to CC it, which means he needs to do
Oh,
saves.
yeah. Yeah, he's stunned.
Ha!
He is stunned.
We love to see it.
Damage 15.
Yeah.
He's pointing at it like he doesn't know.
He's like, oh, I don't have any BTS. It's part of my faction identity is
Yeah.
BTS 0. I don't know what that is.
Don't know either. I think maybe they've said the game's over. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just rolling all their dice because they're rolling bad or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, you just sort of in general want to just roll a 12.
Yeah. You want to roll something. I think Val's dice have been fairly decent. Elsie's
Wow, there's nothing like losing 5 willpower checks. That'll just
yeah,
really...
that's especially when you're
tilting.
with 15.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yes.
Like you realistically you should only be failing 1 in 5. Right.
Shooting into...
An A row into CC. Might be worth it if your right girl's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, well, which I think is a likely outcome. Yeah, and I've got 4... Did Halsey get any, CC any box? Yes, CC'd one
You
box.
CC'd one box.
And
I think
Val hasn't yet?
I think Val's done one as well. No.
I think Val's just pushed buttons.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. So currently, if it's not, no classifieds have been done.
Yeah. I think Val will incidentally get secure.
18's good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm figuring out? We need dice that have darkened inlay, not white inlay. Seems like the right girls managed to dodge out of the CC.
I said it couldn't be done. I guess they dodge pretty good, don't they?
They dodge on 16s, yeah.
Yeah.
On the best coast. Okay. You should, yeah.
I'll move again. The edge of smoke? Yep. Do you want to dodge with the guy in close combat or is he happy?
Gonna have to figure that out later.
Yep.
Everything's a pain. Having one new thing is already enough. Having 2 new things.
Quite a few. Liberating not having to bring a model case, though.
Oh, great not having to play sometimes. Like sometimes I love playing like one game, but 3, it can be a fair bit.
Alright, we've got 2 dice, presumably pushing... I don't know, best faith
CC, I
roll?
believe. Probably 13's decent number.
Panel.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a dead tack model.
That is a dead tack model, guys. Like, can't underestimate the amount of dead tack models.
They're like 3 or 4 points apiece.
Yeah, and they don't even count as orders.
Move 4. Into base contact with the unconscious guy.
Yeah, that's that Scout Strelok situation.
Yep, I think Val's managed to nab a classified.
Yep.
Yep, so he's probably sacrificed that just to do the check. That's a 17. That's no bueno.
What is Strelok doing about suspected infiltrations?
I don't.
Yeah.
Is it veteran or elite?
Nope. Oh no, it's trying to forward observe the
Oh right, that's interesting because he put the wrong classified in front of the camera. Then
yes. And he should have been burst 2 inactive on forward observe. Oh well. Oh
they're
well.
playing their own game. We can do unconscious. 18's not do anything. Pass armor.
Yep.
Fortunately, Val's still got plenty of orders.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% certain going for a different model. He might. Oh, he's going for. I think the box holder.
Yeah.
Has lead there.
Yep.
I think he's going for the box holder, and he's rolling decent CC against better
Yeah.
CC.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 21 v 22, but he's going to be doing it on 2 dice.
Yeah.
There's no martial arts on the Cenobite, just enthusiasm.
That's it.
Oh no, martial arts level 3.
Yeah.
So
he's
25 v 18s.
a 19's
And a 1.
a 16.
16's good. If they're chasing 18.
Oh,
7.
no.
Oh, yeah,
19's
7.
probably a miss now though.
19 will be a miss, but the 17.
I think they cheated.
Yes. Yes.
It's alright, they're allowed to cheat. We won't pull them up on it.
Alright, that'd be rude.
20 and a 3?
Well,
Maybe that's
who's to say what they're
I
on?
don't know what's going on, guys. We're just rolling dice.
We're trying to muddle through as best we can. It's an interesting exercise in how much you can kick out.
iPhone, yeah. Less than I would think.
Surprised.
How much you can decipher? Yeah, I mean, sometimes they go, ooh, that must be armor saves, and they keep rolling dice, and you're like, what's going on?
There's no flamethrowers around. 7.
7? So that's
2
the hit
saves.
from Halsey.
Yep.
5 and 11 won't do it.
Oh.
Probably, yeah.
Another dog gone? Or what?
Dead
First
ant-
dog gone.
Dead antipode.
And because they're now in CC with the Riot Girl gets to hit them on the way out if they want. Try and
Well, they have to dodge out, because the right girl's still
yeah,
there.
for now I suppose.
For now.
And Fiddler's in there somewhere, I guess. Probably.
Yeah. Fiddler's somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're probably gonna run. Yeah. But next time. Yes. Yeah.
yep. I think realistically Val could have... He didn't have to do much during his turn. He could have won. I think he's gone pretty quick. We're at the bottom. I think Val's gonna be smashing it. Nick, do you know how the scores worked for the best coast pairings?
I told him. No.
No, so yeah, so I'll stay there. Spec fighter.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
But you probably have to check to see.
Gets it? Because I need 11. Spend an order. Move into there. Spend the command token. Prestige, because
No.
the other group.
It's OP. No, tournament points.
No,
five.
but it's sorting by checking
OP.
points.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's the system. So we might have a tournament where it's filtered by OP first.
Yeah, that won't work.
I can't do much
We'll have to play around with it. Surely, like, surely.
See, they're next to each other. He's only got one objective. Maybe.
Yeah, no. So it'll be fine for round one. 100%. Did you? What to sort?
Have a little looky. Ah,
And then for the second part, I'll reveal the Mistral and try for reserve your. So
no, I cannot.
reserve your HVT.
But surely it takes time, right?
Gets it? Yep. So just that.
Um, I play during entry.
Yeah. So
Oh,
tournament
there we
points
go.
first. Yeah.
It's already done it like that.
Yeah. And
Maybe-
because
yeah, it
objective
might
points
just
will
be-
work the first round. It's only in the second round that would pay.
Oh,
But it's funny that they're
when
showing
the when the
OP.
pairings go up, if it does it this way, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, placing metrics.
There we. That's the same.
Okay, so it is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. It's just showing the second number.
Yep. I got no idea what's going on.
We'll muddle through.
Figure it out. Chris.
Yeah. I would say those are probably DC attacks on the riot gun. Unless it's not finalizing the round until finished. That seems likely.
So Nick, can we just double check the scoring, please? So I've jettisoned 4 of them.
And then presumably that's Vasily over there and
Yeah, I would have a. I would
hasn't
have
been
a
needed yet.
Yeah.
And you're carrying 1. So it's 5 points. How many have you launched?
So I've launched 2 and I'm carrying 1.
Okay, so it's 3 points.
Seems like they know. What
You've launched.
Yeah.
So that's 1 point. So it's 6.
Now, that up on the scaffolding.
Who destroyed this? Same? No one gets
Up here.
Yeah.
6, 3 plus class.
Is that the boarding shotgun?
Maybe. Looks sort of pack-ish rather than.
Yes. Don't know.
Oh well, that's okay.
No.
Nature.
Yeah. Figure it out. Figure it out when it's closer.
Yeah.
Closer, it'll be a bit easier for
stand
us
up
to
and look.
show you.
Yeah.
On. But live and learn. That is life. Guessing they.
I think they're scoring up.
Yeah.
Effect will be
Sounds like it's going to be like
Probably
5 to 4 or something like that.
yeah.
It's yeah. It was like I don't know. Yeah, it was absolutely a bunch of things.
All right, everyone. We just got the score from Val. Pack up 8 to 3. Pretty dominating performance from Bakunin. It seems like Val must have gotten box here.
Yeah.
Pressed the 1 here. Which he has 7 for more and then a classified.
Yeah.
And Halsey maybe just got Smash More for 3.
Yeah, that makes sense. I really like how much how much Smash More does matter.
Yes. Yes, extra little points matter a lot when majority of the time you're even in boxes or just one more box or one less box kind of thing. Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to go to our lunch break. So we'll be back with you for highly classified round 2. Might be a little torchlight action considering how Josh has finished. So
I'm gonna regret not bringing classified deck to refer to as we go.
don't worry,
fantastic.
we've got one just as well. So we'll get the classifieds for you as well. All right. See you in a bit.
Bye, friends.